The 0-3 Tecumseh Indians beat the 0-3 Adrian Maples here at Maple Stadium to mark LSN's second football broadcast of the new school year. And it all begins right now here on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
The Onset Wildcats are district champions. All or nothing right here. All or nothing right here. Throws it, and Morenzi pulls off the upset in overtime.
Lenawee Sports and the Michigan High School Athletics Association proudly presents high school varsity football, where tonight we get the pleasure of watching what should be an exciting game between the Tecumseh Indians and the Adrian Maples as both teams fight to get their first win of the season. And as always, it is all part of the season-long race to our state championship. When we come back, Logan will speak with Tecumseh's head coach. You're watching high school varsity football only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
All right. So first off, Coach, how have you been keeping your players motivated after such a rough start to the season?
Not hard to do that this week with Adrian. We know what this game's about, so it hasn't been difficult to get the kids' attention based on the opponent.
Speaking of Adrian, what are you expecting from this game?
Physical, hard-hitting, intensity. Just a lot of kids playing for their hometowns. A lot of kids playing for a game that means a lot to a lot of people. So we know Adrian's going to be physical. We got to come out and match that.
And are there any specific players you're expecting big performance from on either end?
We're excited. We got a few guys back that have been banged up for a little bit, so we're excited to get some of our seniors back. We got to stop 10. He's the problem. So we're focused on stopping the run right now and putting them in positions that we can get after him a little bit.
All right, that's all I have. Thank you, Coach. Have a good game. And here we are for the Tecumseh Indians versus the Adrian Maples at Maples Stadium. It will be the Adrian Maples kicking off to the Tecumseh Indians.
Yep.
Kicking for the Adrian Maples is number 10, Jaquan Parra, the senior. Jaquan Parra has been a player to watch over these past few games, as evidenced by, even though they lost, as evidenced by their last game against Saline, where even though they got blown out, he still had an amazing performance. And here we go, they're getting ready to kick. Parra has kicked it up, and it will be retrieved by and it will be immediately, the ball's loose. The ball's loose. Who knows who got it? There's still a pile for the ball. This is just the first play of the game, and already we have an exciting start.
Yes, we do.
Tecumseh's saying they got it, but it's currently an Adrian player holding the football. Yes, we can. You good, Josh?
Okay.
Yeah, audio channels are always open. And it... And they're saying Tecumseh retain possession of the ball, so they will start with 1st and 10 on their own 25.
Yep.
That was almost a scary way to start the game for the Indians. After getting the ball kicked off to them, they almost immediately lost it back to the Maples.
Yep.
And number 11 throws to number 10. That was Jack Burnett throwing to Alex Lawson.
Yep.
Pass by number 11, Jack Burnett, caught by number 10, Alex Lawson.
And it was a successful reception, so it's a gain of 3 yards, 2nd and 7 for the Indians. And we have number 11 coming back out onto the field. That is Jack Burnett, a junior. He plays both quarterback and cornerback. Many of these players on this team play multiple positions. Some even play both offense and defense. And he calls for an audible. That's number 27, Connor Steele, making a motion. Hand it off to Connor Steele, and he's running. Oh, he gets tackled hard, and he does a flip. And he does a flip after getting tackled in the legs.
Tackled by Adrian's Keyshawn Rojo Ross.
That was Keyshawn Rojo Ross, number 21, with the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Indians after the 1-yard carry by Connor Steele. And 3rd and 6. This definitely looks like a passing down, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Looks like number 11.
They're lining up with 4 wideouts. They're giving it immediately to number 2. And he fights. It takes 3 men to bring him down. That was number 2.
Mason
Malinchak. Malinchak with the run, with the catch and the yards after catch. It will be enough to get the Tecumseh Indians the first down.
Brought down by number 8, Gerald Mathis.
It was ultimately Gerald Mathis, of the Adrian Maples that got credit for the tackle.
Yep.
Handed off again, and he's immediately brought down, and the ball is loose.
Yep.
The ball is loose again. That's 2 times now Tecumseh has fumbled the ball.
Yes.
And they will say it. And they'll say it'll stay with Tecumseh, but they lost 2 yards on the play, so it's 2nd and 12. Number 14 comes out. Number 11 comes in. That's Caleb Ellenwood coming out. Jack Burnett coming in. And they're getting ready. You see number 2, Mason Malinchak, lined up against number 14, Baylor Hughes. It was Malinchak that got the first down for the Indians last time. Will they go back to try that matchup again? No, they'll hand it off to number 6, and he's immediately brought down. That was Jacob Paros, but he didn't have anywhere to run on that play.
Nope. Just straight in.
Jacob Paros with the carry.
Number 8 is being put on the sidelines. Number 14 has been put onto the field.
That's Brendan Bagby coming out. Number 14, Caleb Ellenwood coming in. Wide receiver and cornerback, Caleb Ellenwood. And number 11, Jack Burnett, quarterback, is coming back out for the Indians. It's 3rd and 10 for the Indians, 8:42 left on the clock. And they're getting ready to hike the ball. He calls for number 6 to make a motion. That's Jacob Paros. He gets it. He throws it high, and no, it will be an incomplete pass. He completely overshot his receiver there.
Yep. Need to make sure you know who you're throwing to.
The next pass falls incomplete. There's a flag on the
And
play.
there was a flag on the play. We'll see what it's for, and who it's on. The refs are having a conversation about the flag.
Yes, they are.
It is a
Number 11's coming back.
Holding against the Maples.
Oh, and the penalty was holding against the Maples, so they get 3rd and 10 again after the penalty. Ball on midfield now. No, 1st and 10 after the penalty on the Maples. My bad.
Yep.
Tecumseh's. Yep, it'll be a 10-yard penalty for holding on the Maples, so that'll get the Indians a first down. Their drive was saved by that holding penalty.
Yes, there was.
After a wildly inaccurate pass by Jack Burnett, the quarterback.
Yep.
And you can hear the crowd wasn't happy with that holding call.
Yep.
Burnett, he's already scrambling. He throws it to number 2. That was Mason Malinchak, and he gets brought down
by number 21.
That would be Keyshawn Rojo Ross.
Burnett's pass is complete to number 2, Mason Malinchak.
For a small guy, Keyshawn Rojo Ross, 5'7", 135, he's been able to bring down Malinchak pretty hard.
Yes.
Who has both the height and weight advantage over him, 5'8", 140.
Yep.
It is 2nd and 3 for the Indians after the 7-yard reception by Malinchak. And it's
To 11.
and they're going to try the QB sneak. Will he pull it off? No, he's
No.
brought down quickly. He's brought down quickly. Will it be enough for?
Jack Burnett with the carry, brought down by Adrian Jaquan Parra.
Yep.
Brought down by Jaquan Parra. That was number 10, the senior.
Yep.
And it will be 3rd and 4 for the Tecumseh Indians. 4th down, 3rd and 4 is such a neutral number. Do you think they'll try to run it or try to throw it?
I think they're going to try to throw it, but running would possibly be the best option for them at this moment.
So it's 3rd and 4 on the Adrian's 44. Tecumseh getting ready to hike the ball. Oh, that's an obvious.
Yeah. Good.
That was an obvious offsides penalty on the Maples. That would give the Indians a free first down.
Yes, it would.
That's the 2nd first down the Indians have gone just off of penalties.
Yeah, they did.
On this drive. He tried to jump the count, but he mistimed it. Jump the snap, but he mistimed it pretty hard.
Yep.
So it's now 1st and 10 for the Indians and the Maples 39 after the 5 yards offsides penalty by the Maples.
Yep.
And you can hear how much the Adrian Maples crowd wants their team to win. We are here at Maple Stadium tonight.
Yes, we are. They are standing on their seats.
And the whistle is blown. Timeout called by Adrian. And with that, And with that, we'd like to take a minute to say that the Lenawee Sports Network provides local sports coverage that airs on LISD.TV. Overseen by instructors and operated by our students, LSN offers live sports broadcast experience to all high school students within the Lenawee Intermediate School District. If you'd like to join the team, please email us at lisdtv@lisd.us. Tell me, this is your 2nd time now volunteering with LISD TV. How are you enjoying it?
It's very fun. It's fun. It's firsthand accounts, and you can actually feel like everything that you're doing, and you know how you can do it correctly.
And we will now go to our sideline reporter, James Pauken. Is he paying attention? Josh. Okay. And it's number 10. Caught by Mason Malinchak, and he runs it in for the touchdown. That'll be 6-0 Indians off of the pass from number 10, Alex Lawson, to Mason Malinchak. That is now 6-0 Maples after they exposed a hole within the defense. Well, 6-0 Indians, my bad, after they exposed a hole within the Maples defense. The Adrian crowd is not very happy about that play. And are they going for 1 or for 2? We'll see. And it looks like they're going to go for 2 here against the Maples. And they have motion. 27 is still standing with the ball. No! That was Connor Steele with the attempted run-in for the 2-point conversion, but he was brought down. And so after that, we will go to commercial. You are watching the Adrian Maples versus the Tecumseh Indians here on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
And and we're back. We'd like to welcome you back to the Adrian Maples versus the Tecumseh Indians. The Indians are getting ready to kick off the ball after their touchdown that they scored against the Maples, which was caught and brought into the end zone by Mason Malinchak. The Indians are getting ready. The score is currently 6-0, 6:19 left in the first quarter. It will be number 33, Zach Wright, kicking it off for the Indians. Will it? No, my bad. It will be number... My bad. It will be number 85, Casey Wild, kicking it off. The ball is up, and it's recovered by the Maples. He has room to run. He has two Indians coming up on him. Oh, he's breaking free. That was number 8 for Adrian, Gerald Mathis with the recovery on the kickoff. It'll take 3 guys to force him out of bounds, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Maples.
Pushed out of bounds by Andrew Warner and Caleb Elgin.
Yes.
Yes.
There's a flag on the play.
Oh, there's a flag. There's a flag on the kickoff return. Yes, he did. And we'll see what the penalty is for.
We'll see what it's for. Yes, we will. Hello? Okay. Do we want to send it to Jake?
Hmm?
I don't know.
All right, and the penalty will set them back at the 22. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Maples on the 22-yard line. That's definitely not what they wanted. Jaquan Parra got farther than the 22 with that kickoff return.
Yes,
that penalty was quite painful.
Mm-hmm.
And the Maples are getting ready to start their first drive of the game after the Indians already scored a touchdown. They fake the handoff, and he is brought down. Yes. Can you hear us?
Hello.
That was Jaquan Parra.
Yes.
That was Jaquan Parra with the carry.
Yes, we can. Can you hear us?
And it will be 2nd and 8 for the Adrian Maples.
Hello, we're here.
Go down. All right, and they hand it off again. He's trying to weave his way through, and it will not go far enough for the first down. That was Baylor Hughes with the carry, it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Maples. It'll be 3rd and 4, Maples with the ball on their own 29. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. And Adrian's getting ready to hike the ball, try and get this first down off of the 3rd and 4. They hike it, and he goes immediately to run, but he's brought down by the Indians. I don't think that'll be enough. I think they'll be forced to punt. That was Jaquan Parra with the carry, brought down by Jacob Parros. It'll be 4th and 2. It'll be 4th and 2 for the Adrian Maples. Will they punt it or will they try to go for it? This is a storied rivalry. And it looks like the Maples will punt it away to the Indians. The Indians have number 2, Mason Malinchak, back to recover. The punt is blocked, and it looks like the Maples have retained possession here. It looks like the Maples have retained possession, but we'll see what happens. Okay. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 35 for the Maples after they recovered the block punt
Yes, they did.
It's a breaker to Jacob. All right. And the Maples are getting ready to start with their revived drive after they were after they were forced to punt it away. They recovered the block punt. Number 7 immediately dumps it off to number 14. And he has room to run. He'll be forced out of bounds. That was Anthony Pauly throwing to Baylor Hughes.
Yes.
Anthony Pauly's pass is complete to number 14.
And it will be a first down. That was a 12-yard reception for Baylor Hughes.
Yep.
1st and 10.
Result gives the Maples a 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line.
3, 2, 1. And we'll throw down to Jacob. Okay. Oh. Adrian has it, and it's a rough tackle that brings him out of bounds by number 15. That was number 15, Logan. Jaquan Parra got the ball up, but he was brought down hard by Logan Roth out of bounds.
Yep.
We have 2:25 left in the first quarter, 6-0 Indians.
Oh, it looks like the coach and 15 were having a good discussion about what should be done.
Yeah, I don't think the Indians coach is happy about such a rough play, even against such a historic rival.
Yeah.
And the Adrian Maples are ready to start their next play. 2nd and 1, ball on the Indians 44. They hand it off, but he's getting nowhere.
Nope.
Maple run by number 14, Baylor Hughes. Brought down by Tecumseh's Michael Bryan. Loss on the play makes it 3rd and 2 for the Maples.
And it'll be 3rd and 2 for the Adrian Maples. 1.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Running it seems like a reasonable option, but after such a hard block, after losing yards in the last run play, I wouldn't be surprised if they elected to throw even for such a short distance.
Yep.
And they're getting ready. We'll see what they try to do. They have 3
There's the
wideouts, and it's a QB
running.
sneak. Will he get enough? That's number 7, Anthony Pauly, running it straight out of bounds. Was it for enough yardage for the first?
Number 7, Anthony Pauly with the carry. Pushed out of bounds by number 15, Logan Roth. There's a flag on the play.
Oh, but there's a flag on the QB sneak. We'll see what it is for and who it is on. If this is on Adrian, that could really take the steam out of their sails.
Yes, it could.
It's a penalty on Adrian, so they'll have to... It's a holding penalty on the Maples, and that's a 5-yard penalty, so we're going to repeat 3rd down, but this time it'll be 3rd and 7. And with that, we will throw to James Paucan reporting on the sidelines. What do you have for us, James?
Hello, my name is James Paucan, and we are at the Adrian Tecumseh game. Both teams are 0-3 looking for their first win, and the atmosphere, well, the atmosphere is crazy.
What do you have for us, James? And thanks. Oh. And that play will, and thanks a lot, James. And that play will end the first quarter. It will be 6-0 Maple Indians with a 6-point lead over the hometown Adrian Maples. We will throw to commercial, and when you come back, we will have the second quarter of the Tecumseh Indians versus the Adrian Maples here on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
All right, and we're back to start the second quarter. Adrian Maples had the ball, 2nd and 11 on the Indians 41. And he bobbled the snap. That was a horrible way to start the second quarter for the Maples.
Yes, it was.
That'll be a loss of yards, and they're just lucky it wasn't a turnover.
Yep.
So it'll be a 3rd and 16, a loss of 5 yards after they fumbled the snap.
3rd and 16 for the Maples.
6-0 Indians with 11:36 left in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you're switching. With James.
Yeah, it's not halftime yet.
I know, I'm just reminding you. Just reminding you. So 3rd and 16 for the Maples. Chances are they're going to pass it here. It's 3rd and long.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see what they try to do. No, they fake the handoff. The QB is running, and he is brought down. That was quarterback Anthony Pauley with the run, number 7.
Maple run by number 7, Anthony Pauley, brought down by.
But it will not be enough for the first down. It will be 4th and 4 for the Maples.
Will make it 4th and 4 for the Maples.
It's 4th and 4 for the Adrian Maples. Are they going to try to go for it, or are they going to try and, or are they just going to go for the field goal or punt it away? What do you think they'll do?
I think they're going to run it, not punt it.
And the Maples are getting ready to start what might be the last play of their drive. We'll see what happens. The whistle is blown, and it looks like a timeout is called by Adrian. That's their second timeout of the game. We would like to thank the superintendents, administrators, and instructors at the LISD Tech Center. We have many technical and college-bound programs for students throughout the Lenawee County School District. The Tech Center offers everything from engineering to dental aid, robotics to the culinary arts. 26 programs in all. Students really get a chance to try a career path and even get college credits before they graduate. The Tech Center is where your future begins. You volunteered for LISD TV through the Tech Center. How are you enjoying your time at the Tech Center through these first few weeks?
I'm really enjoying it because you get, like I said, firsthand experience. You get to actually come to these things and actually do it.
How do you like your teacher so far?
I think she teaches very well.
Mrs. Conklin?
Yeah, Mrs. Conklin, because she actually shows you, and it's not like a regular school where you just study on books and paper. You actually get to have hands-on learning experience.
All right. And we're back with the Maples on 4th and 4. They have 4 men lined up one behind another.
Yep.
They hand it off. He broke the tackle. He broke the tackle, and he's brought down by the Indians. Will it be enough, or will it be a turnover on downs?
Maple run by number 10, Jaquan Parra. Brought down by 86, J.J. Ardini.
Can you hear someone walking around up here, or is it just me?
Gain on the play gives the Maples a 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line.
Okay, we're back to the game.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Adrian Maples. Ball on their own 30. They immediately hand it off, but he is brought down, going nowhere. 2nd and 10 for the Adrian Maples. Ball on their own 30. They got nowhere with their last rush attempt. That was some great rush defense by the Tecumseh Indians. 9:15 left in the first half. Ball on the Tecumseh Indians 30.
Yep.
The Indians lead by 6 points after they scored a touchdown but failed the 2-point conversion. The ball is thrown. Oh, but it's picked off by the Indians.
Yep.
Throws while scrambling are always hard, but that was an impressive interception by the Indians.
Yes, it was. Now they're trading off the teams.
Yep, that was J.J. Arbini of the Tecumseh Indians with the interception.
Yep. 9 minutes on the clock.
6-0 lead for the Indians. Maybe they can grow it to 2 possessions now after such a good turn, after an interception, which gave them the ball. Though they do not have that good of field possession. 1st and 10 on their own 16. Do you think this field position will harm them at all, or do you think they have enough energy just from the interception alone to make some noise?
I think they got the energy to do it. So, but they just have to make sure they keep it up and keep going.
And they're getting ready to throw into double coverage, but it's just an incomplete pass.
Yep.
That was a very risky pass by the Indians there.
Yes, that was.
With 2 men on him, both a man and then the safety.
Yep.
Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down for Tecumseh.
2nd and 10 for the Tecumseh Indians after the incomplete deep pass. 8:55 left on the clock. 6-0 lead for the Tecumseh Indians.
Yep.
The Indians have quite a winning streak in this rivalry going into this game, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Up and he manages to almost break the tackle. He is eventually brought down. It took 3 or 4 men, I think.
Yes, it did.
As we were saying, the Indians have quite a winning streak going into this game, don't they? Can you tell us about that? Winning streak.
Tecumseh.
Gain of 2 will make it 3rd and 8 for Tecumseh.
Tecumseh has been beaten Adrian every year since 2011. That's 7 meets in a row. So
that is quite an impressive winning streak
yes.
against the Maples, isn't it?
Yeah, hopefully they can keep that. But maybe this will be the day Adrian changes.
And the deep pass, it bounces off the ground before he can get it, so it'll be a 4th down now for the Indians. Looks like that interception by Arbini didn't result in much, unfortunately, for the Tecumseh Indians.
Yep.
So they're probably going to punt it away here. 4th and 8 on their own 18. Yep. It will be all right, and it looks like the Indians will punt, which is a smart decision. 4th and 8 on their own 18. And the Maples have a man back to receive with the catch, and the punt bounces a few, and he just lets it roll past him. The Indians set it up. Number 10 touches it to finally end the possession. That was number 10, Alex Lawson, touching it to end the possession.
Yep.
And put the Maples on the field on their own 37.
Yep.
That was quite an impressive. That was a pretty impressive punt, considering they went from their.
Yes.
Considering it started on 1st and 8 on their own 18 and end up on Adrian's 37. That is a 45-yard punt.
Okay.
All right, and the whistle is.
Okay.
And a whistle is blown on the play.
Okay, thank you.
It'll be Adrian Maples' ball, 1st and 10 on their own 37, with 7:51 left in the half. And it'll be a false start against the Maples, so 1st and 15 now on their own 32. Okay, this is a much closer game than it was last year, wasn't it?
Tecumseh beat Adrian last year 47-14.
So far, this is a lot closer than last year's game was.
Yeah.
Up. And, and he's running with it.
He's running it.
He breaks another tackle, but he is brought down by the Indians. It'll be 2nd down, and that was Jaquan Parra with the run. It'll be 2nd and 12.
Yep.
It'll be 2nd and 12, so a 3-yard gain. So it seems like the Adrian coach may be at a loss for how to beat this Tecumseh defense so far.
Yes, he is. Oh.
Oh, and
looks like number 6 got hit pretty bad in the arm.
Uh-oh, that's...
Able run by number 10, Jaquan Parra. Brought down by the Indians, number 54, Joe Kresnowski. And number 36, Keaton Rydell.
And it's 3rd and 7 for the Maples. Ball on their own 41. 6:33 left in the second quarter.
Yep.
We'll see what the Maples try to run to gain these 7 yards. They're getting ready to hike the ball. And it's a quick throw, but it bounces off the hands of Jaquan Parra, number 10. That'll be a very disappointing end to the drive for the Maples.
Yes, it will.
That looked like it might have been the quarterback's fault for instead of the wide receivers for missing the location.
Yep.
What do you think?
I think he overshot it, and that's what caused him to miss it. But I mean, it depends on what actually happened between those two. Like, was there a miss of communication from that?
Oh, and it's going to be a run. It's going to be a 4th down run, and he has space to run. The 40, he's brought down on the 35, it looks like. That was a huge run by the Maples there to fool the Indians defense on 4th and 7.
Yeah.
And you can hear and see how happy this home crowd is about such a huge play.
Yep.
First and 10 at the 35 now, on the Tecumseh 35 now for the Adrian Maples.
Yep.
I feel like that run will give them a huge shot in the arm to try and get into this end zone. And number 7, Anthony Pauly, is coming out again. We'll see with it's 6-0 Indians with 5:45 left in the second quarter. And the Maples are ready. And it's handed off to number 28, Elijah Terrell, the freshman. Who runs it?
Maple run by number 28, Elijah Terrell.
Yep, Elijah Terrell, the freshman.
By number 76, Michael Bryan.
But he was quickly brought down by Michael Bryan for a gain of 3.
Makes it 2nd and 7.
So 2nd and 7 for the Maples. Ball on their own 32. 5 minutes left in the first half. Maples with the ball, and they hike it, and he's going to immediately run with it. That's 3, and he's caught by a group of men. We'll see who do bring him down. That was 3 men he juked out before running straight into that trap.
Yep.
It'll be a first down for the Maples after the run by Anthony Pauly, the quarterback.
Brought down by a crew of Indians.
You know, for a quarterback, this kid has some pretty impressive legs.
He does, and he seems like he's agile and can go around them.
Almost like a Cam Newton type of player.
Yes.
Quarterback, running back. And the Maples are ready. We're coming off a first down after a run by Anthony Pauly, their quarterback. And a whistle is blown. A flag is thrown onto the field. We'll see what it's for. One of the Adrian players was having a conversation with the ref, it looked like. Number 10. Number 10 for Adrian, Jaquan Parra. The refs are having a conversation here. We'll see what the penalty was.
There's no flag for false start. Timeout play.
There was a false start, but instead they called the timeout before the false start happened. So it'll be a timeout called by Adrian.
Folks, please visit the Athletico tent set up in the concession stand. You can talk with Athletico staff and pick up a
So are there any fun facts you can tell us to fill this timeout?
The tie between Adrian.
There was one tie between.
There was one tie, and that happened in 1960. The score was 7-7.
That was quite a long. That's. If we aren't careful, that result might happen today.
Yes, it might.
6-0.
Yep.
With such a low-scoring game, but I don't think either team would be happy with a tie happening tonight.
Nope. And they've got a new head coach. This is his first time coaching Adrian Tecumseh game.
Yeah, didn't you have a chance? Nope. And we're back, and the Adrian Maples are getting ready to run the play. 1st and 10 on the Tecumseh Indians 21. And they throw it. Oh, he almost breaks the tackle, but he is instead brought down. That was Jaquan Parra he threw it to. That's the player I mentioned. Excuse me. That's the player I mentioned pregame who had an impressive outing even in the blowout loss they suffered last time.
Yep.
It's 2nd and 7, ball on the Tecumseh 18. Adrian has now made it into Tecumseh's red zone with 3:47 left in the half. It seems like Tecumseh, or Adrian, my bad, is taking their time running these plays.
Does.
And
3 minutes and 31 seconds on the clock.
And they ran the play, but instead the whistle is blown. We'll see. We'll see what for. And the ref is coming out onto the field. False start against the Maples, so it'll be 2nd and 12 on their own on the Indians 23.
Yep.
So the Maples will have to run from 2nd and 12 on their on the Indians 23 with 3:20 left in the half. And the Maples are ready to run the play. We'll see what they pull out to try and gain 12 yards.
Yep.
And he throws it to no. That's an interception by Tecumseh. But the whistle is blown. Was there a flag on the interception?
Did not see one.
If this stands, that is already Tecumseh's 2nd interception of the game.
Yep.
In the first half, 0 interceptions so far for Adrian. But we'll see what the refs have to say about the play. And they do call it a successful interception, but they'll say, well, it was a touchback for the Indians.
Yep.
So the Indians will start their drive on their own 20. That's a pretty neutral location to start from. Not good, not bad. You've got to give credit to this Indians defense so far, though. They have done a lot to stop Adrian, not just limited to the 2 picks.
Yeah, they have. They've been pushing them back and further back.
Managing to slow down one of Adrian's best players in Jaquan Parra.
Yep.
And the Indians are bringing their offense back out onto the field after the interception. 1st and 10 from their own 20 with less than 3 minutes left in the half. Yes. And the Indians hand it off, but he's quickly brought down. 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4 for the Indians now after the 6-yard run.
Yep.
Ball on their own 26. How important do you think scoring is to the Indians, scoring before the half is to the Indians right now?
I think it's really, they really need this to keep ahead of Adrian. But Adrian could easily pull something out and get more scores.
They hand it off again, and he's brought down, but it looks like that'll be more than enough for the first.
Yep.
It is having issues. That was number 6 for Tecumseh. Jacob Parros with the run.
Yep.
And it was enough for the first down.
Yep.
Excuse me. 6-0 lead for the Indians with going into the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 for the Indians, ball on their own 31. That's another handoff. And he breaks it. But he gets brought down around, it looks like the 49-yard line. That was a huge run for the an 18-yard run for the Indians. Another run for Jacob Paros.
Yes, there was.
First and 10 for the First and 10 for the Indians, my bad, on the 49-yard line, so basically midfield.
Yep.
And they run it, and that was number 11 with the run. Jack Burnett with the 1-yard carry, brought down by the Maples on the 50-yard line. Excuse me. So 2nd and 9 now for the Indians. 1:10 left until halftime. And he throws it, and he drops it. So that'll be ruled an incomplete pass.
Yep.
That looked like a pretty accurate pass to me.
It did.
It was Mason Malinchak missing the catch there. So 3rd and 9 for the Indians on the 50-yard line.
Yep.
Maples on defense here. Probably just trying to stop the Indians from scoring before halftime rolls around. They aren't going to call the false start, it looks like, or the offsides. Now the flag is thrown. You saw the offsides too, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
We'll see what the flag is for. The Adrian players don't look very happy.
No, they don't.
And it will be the offsides call, so it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Indians on Adrian's 45-yard line.
Yep.
And number 14 rushes out onto the field. Caleb Ellenwood rushes out. Alex Lawson rushes onto the sideline. He lines up as a wide receiver. Tecumseh gets ready to get the ball. They have 4 wideouts. He's getting ready to throw.
Straight to
Caught
10.
by number 10, and he spins out a tackler, but he gets brought down anyway. That was
28.
That was Alex Lawson with the catch, brought down by Elijah Terrell.
Yep.
Lawson's a pretty big guy, at 6'1", 185.
Yes, he is.
Pretty big target there.
38 seconds on the clock.
And Tecumseh will call a timeout.
Yep.
And Tecumseh will call a timeout. So, what do you like so far about this performance by the Indians?
They're doing pretty good. It's just Adrian needs to learn what's going on with the team. But if they're able to finally figure out what Tecumseh's doing, they may have a chance to get onto the board.
The piece that I like about what the Indians have been doing is the 2 interceptions in the first half.
Yep.
People staying involved in sports, willing to work hard.
And what about the Maples? What do you have to say about the Maples so far?
Let's give them the respect they deserve.
They're trying, which I can see. They are very trying. They just need to.
No bias, man.
No bias. But they need to really see into the mind of the coach of the Tecumseh team.
Do you think the coach's inexperience with this rivalry is harming them?
I don't think it's harming them because it's good to have some fresh minds in this. Maybe he can bring something out that Tecumseh has not seen before from the Maples.
Right. And the Indians getting ready. It's a run by number 11, and he's going. He will be brought down within the 10-yard line. That was number 11, Jack Burnett.
55 took down.
Jack Burnett with the carry, brought down by number 55, Rashawn Carpenter. So 1st and goal for the Indians. Yep. Indians on the 6-yard line. Clock is ticking away. Less than 30 seconds left here in the half. And they'll run it. Will it
go?
And after that touchdown, we will go to commercial. You're watching the Tecumseh Indians versus the Adrian Maples here on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports. We'll be right back with the kickoff.
Right, mi cariño. So like I said, everything I learned about cooking, I learned from Grandma's empanadas. Shall we go again?
Yep.
Mix the beef with the onions with the peppers with the paprika with the garlic with the oregano with the cumin. Got it?
Got it.
Throw in the olives, stir, season, stir again, pour out the flour, roll out the dough, make a circle, drop in a fistful of filling, fold over, press down, and ta-da!
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
All right, and we're back for kickoff. It is currently 12-0 Tecumseh Indians after they failed the 2-point conversion. 19 seconds left in the first half.
Yep.
The Adrian Maples don't have much time to get down the field and put something on the board before half.
Yeah.
It'll be number 85 for Tecumseh, kicking it off, Casey Wild. Casey Wild will kick it off here. The Maples crowd getting very loud here. And the kick is up. And it will stay in bounds. Picked up by the Maple, but he immediately falls down. He doesn't want to take any sort of risk.
Nope.
On the return. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Maples on their own 24 with 17 seconds on the clock. Do you think they'll be able to put a field goal or a touchdown on the board in 17 seconds?
They might be able to. It just depends, like I said, on which player they pick and how much he could do.
Excuse me. All right, so the Maples have 17 seconds to march down the field. We'll see if they manage to accomplish it. 1st and 10 on their own 24. Maples having a long conversation about the sort of play they want to run.
Yep.
And they're ready. They want number 14, Mailer Hughes, to go left instead of on the right. So 3 left, 1 right. Whistle is blown. An immediate flag is thrown on the snap. We'll see what it's for. He's talking to the quarterback, it looks like.
Yep.
And it'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Maples now. So now it's 1st and 15 on their own 19 for them.
Yep.
Maples getting a little bit too energetic to try and march down the field here. 16 seconds left on the first half clock. And they're going to run it. He's going straight for the hole, but he gets brought down by the Indians. That was number 23, Colin Bush Johnson with the run.
Yep.
No, my bad. Number 28, Elijah Terrell, the freshman.
Yep.
But there's a flag on the play. We'll see what it's for. Hopefully, I bet the Maples are hoping it's on the Indians.
Yep.
No. It'll be a holding penalty against the Maples. That's 2 penalties on this first down play now.
Yep.
So it'll be 1st and 14 on the Maples with 9 seconds left on the clock in the first half. The clock is ticking away here. Maples have... It doesn't look like the Maples are hurrying to get anything off. No, and that will be the end of the first half here at Maple Stadium. It's currently 12-0. Tecumseh Indians with a 12-point lead over the Adrian Maples.
Yep.
When we come back, we will have the second half kickoff, and what's his name? And James Pauken will be my co-commentator here on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
And here we go. To start the second half, we have the Tecumseh Indians kicking off to the Adrian Maples. It is currently 12-0. Indians with the 12-point lead over the Maples. It will be number 30. And the kick is up. No, it's down, actually. It picked up off the bounce by an Adrian Maple. He's trying to free himself up for a run, but he gets brought down pretty quickly. Though he did manage to give the Maples some decent field position at at what looks like the 36 or the 37-yard line.
Kickoff by number 33, Zach Wright, is returned by Adrian.
Yep. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Maples on their own 36 to start the second half. They have not managed to get any points on the board so far. They did not manage to get any points on the board in the first half. Hopefully they'll be able to get some on the board in the second half. The Adrian Maples crowd is very loud. They want their home team to accomplish something here tonight. And the Maples getting ready to hike the ball. Ref watching. And it's an immediate handoff. Oh, and he's breaking. He has room. The 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown Maples with a huge run by number 10, Jaquan Para. So it'll be 12-6 now for the Maples. All right, and with that, we will go to break. You're watching Tecumseh Indians versus Adrian Maples here on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Hey, this job looks perfect. It says you need people skills.
Check.
Driver's license.
Check.
And a high school diploma. You got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that. You are good to go.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
And the Adrian Maples will be going for 2. And they got it. So it'll be 12-8 Maples after the 2-point conversion. That is our first point of the game. So there's 12-8 Adrian Maples, 11:40 left in the third quarter. Their first play of the second half resulted in a huge run for a touchdown by Jaquan Para, number 10. Jaquan Para has been performing at a high level this entire game so far, even if this is the Adrian Maples' first score of the game. And so what can you... So what can you tell us about either team while we're waiting for teams to get ready for kickoff?
Well, I can tell you that down on the sidelines, it was electrifying. That crowd, man, is amazing.
I'm sure you must have felt very claustrophobic considering you're a Tecumseh student in an Adrian Maple Stadium.
I felt very outnumbered, but none of them knew. They couldn't smell me out, so it was all fine.
And here we go. The Maples get ready to kick it off. The kick is up. And it bounces. Oh, it takes it off bounce, but the Indians get it. And he's running, but he gets brought down at around what looks like the 46.
That was an impressive return.
Kickoff by Jaquan Para is returned by Tecumseh's Brandon Bagley. Brought down by number 5, Holden Davies.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tecumseh Indians on their own 44. Tecumseh has had a real ground and pound offense during the first half. We'll see if that changes in the second half.
You know what
he fumbles the handoff, and the Maples are saying they got it, but we'll see what the refs have to say.
It looks like the Maples got the ball.
And
still undecided.
That's definitely not how the Indians want it. Even if they keep it, that's definitely not how they want to start.
Adrian ball
after the turnover. This is an amazing start to the second half for the Adrian Maples.
Considering the fact that Adrian's quarterback threw 2 interceptions in the first half, seeing this is exciting.
Yeah.
A little bit of a turn of events, if you would say.
Yeah. So it'll be Adrian ball. The crowd is definitely hyped now. They're more vocal and excited than they were in the first half. All right, and the Maples are getting ready to hike the ball. Hopefully they can run another one-play touchdown play. That's what they're hoping for, at least.
That would be very impressive if that happened.
It's the quarterback sneak, but he is brought down by the Indians.
I believe that was number 44.
It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Adrian Maples on the Tecumseh 37. All right, so there's 10:48 left in the third quarter, 2nd and 8 for the Adrian Maples as they get ready to run the play. It's another fake handoff, but he is unable to get anywhere. In fact, he gets pushed back behind the line of scrimmage. Tecumseh's defense recovering quickly after being exposed on the first play of the half.
No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down for the Maples.
So it'll be 3rd and 8 for the Adrian Maples here after the run for no gain.
You know, Logan, both defenses are actually playing really well. It's thoroughly impressive, even though
there have been very few big plays aside. Though we did start the second half with a huge run that ended up in a touchdown for the Maples, their first score of the game. He's getting ready to pass, but he will miss the pass. So it'll be a 4th down now for the Adrian Maples.
You know, the Tecumseh Indians really look like they want to win this. They're looking for win number, how many would this be in a row?
This would be their 8th win in a row. They've won every game since 2011.
You know, walking around school today, it was electrifying in there. It was crazy, just students in and out of classrooms getting ready for this game all day, and as soon as that final bell rang, the students were ready to go, and we knew what time it was.
Yeah. You can see just how much orange there is on the opposite side of the field from us.
Our 50-50 winner is Jody Smiley, and our game ball winner tonight is Sam Lido. Congratulations and thanks to everyone for supporting.
And it seems like, and they have called a timeout, so with that, we will go to break. We were watching Adrian Maples versus the Tecumseh Indians here on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Do you think, and I know you're a Tecumseh student, but do you think the fact that this is the Adrian's coach first year coaching this rivalry, do you think that's having any effect on the game?
I think it's more nerves on the players, actually. I think the coach is doing a fine job, but Tecumseh is really sticking it to him and making it tough for this first-time coach.
And just a reminder, whoever wins here is going to have their first win on the season. And Tecumseh is running with the ball, number 11, but he is brought down. That was Jack Burnett with the run, but it didn't look like he gained any yardage there.
I think he might have actually lost a couple yards.
Jack Burnett with the carry, tackled by Gerald Mathis and Keyshawn Rojo Ross. There's a flag.
He's a little slow to getting up.
But there's a flag on the play. We'll see what it is. We'll see what the flag on the play is. The Adrian and coach having a conversation with the referee. You see right there around the 44-yard line.
It looks like there was no penalty on the play. The ref might have picked the flag up
and didn't announce anything. But they're still having a conversation on deciding on what the penalty is. Looks like they're getting ready to announce it. Oh, so you can see the rivalry getting heated up here. Personal fouls on both sides.
Yes, you can. And it's exciting. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else tonight. How about you?
No, this is quite a fun game to watch. Definitely. It's always fun when you see two teams that really hate each other go at each other's necks.
I mean, and what's at stake here is bragging rights, really.
Bragging rights and first win of the season.
Right. And you want that helmet. You want the Adrian Tecumseh helmet. Something your school can be proud to have for the whole year. It's just a reminder.
And it's Burnett running with the ball again, but he gets brought down around the 48, it looks like. So it will be enough for the first. Do you think Tecumseh playing this game on Adrian's home field is giving them any extra energy?
You know, if it was me in their shoes, I'd feel threatened. This crowd is loud and it is energetic on the Adrian side. Tecumseh's loud as well, but that student section was saying, "We can't hear you," and I sure could hear them.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians on the 50-yard line. 8:38 left in the third quarter. Oh, he's already forced a scramble. He falls, and they will get the sack. That was number 22, Cam Nieto, with the sack to force a huge loss of yards.
But there is a flag on the play.
He did trip. Roughing the passer. We'll see what the flag is actually for.
It looks like their quarterback's going out for Tecumseh.
We'll see what the... It'll be a decline penalty. It'll be a decline penalty because it was on the Indians. So it'll be 2nd and 20 now for the Tecumseh Indians. That's quite a hole to dig yourself out of.
Logan, let me ask you this. Do you think if Tecumseh scores right here, that's going to take the energy right out of Adrian? Do you think that?
I think that will definitely have a huge effect on the game because that'll just prove that they can dig themselves out nearly any hole. We'll see what they do, though. He throws, but it's completely off target. And that was a big target he was aiming for.
Yes, very much so.
So it'll now be 3rd and long, 3rd and 20 here on the Tecumseh Indians with 7:56 left in the third quarter here. The score is still 12-8. Indians with a 4-point lead over the Adrian Maples.
You also got to think the Tecumseh Indians must be regretting not scoring both times on their 2-point conversions.
Yeah, they did miss both 2-point conversions in the first half. And that would definitely be 16-8 is definitely much comfier than 12-8 is.
Of course, most definitely. I agree with that.
And the Adrian crowd getting loud as Tecumseh gets ready to... And he's scrambling. He already crossed... He almost wanted to throw the... He's brought down. It'll be a 4th down now for the Indians.
I don't know if they got back to the line of scrimmage on that play, to be honest.
I was gonna say he almost wanted to throw. He almost went to throw it, but he had already crossed the line of scrimmage. That would have been a penalty. So it'll be 4th and 17 for the Indians here. Smart decision is probably just to punt it away.
Ooh, they gained 3 yards. My bad.
So they're getting ready to punt it away here to the Adrian Maples. And the crowd getting loud as they're. Oh, that was a high snap. They still managed to get the kick. It bounces off the back of a Tecumseh player.
That should be a down right where it hit him.
I don't think that's where the punter was aiming.
I don't think so either.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Maples on their own 40-yard line.
I can tell you this. I think the crowd's getting into our kicker's head because during the whole time I was down there, they were chanting some interesting things.
Yeah.
Like, you can't kick the ball. That was their favorite thing to chant when he was up to kick.
Yeah, both teams have been very hesitant to kick the ball today.
I agree. But both crowds are vocal. They're letting you know now that this is our school and this is what we're made of.
Oh, and they have the run. Will it be enough for the 1st down? I think it will be. Yes, it will be. It'll be 1st and 10 on the Tecumseh Indians 46 for the Adrian Maples.
It'll be first and 10 on the 46-yard line for the Maples.
1st and 10 on the Indians 46 for the Adrian Maples. That first half did not go so hotly for them, but they definitely seem to have more energy in this 3rd quarter.
They seem motivated. They know what they want, and they want that win. It doesn't matter if they lose the rest of the season. I believe both of these teams could say that. As long as they beat the rival, that's all that matters.
Definitely. And they hand it off again. Currently wrapped up, but the whistle is blown, so that will mark the end of the play. So it'll be 2nd down for the Maples, 2nd and 5. Almost reminds me of the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry in a way. Both teams to go one of those teams to go 1-15, but as long as that wins over the other, most fans probably wouldn't care.
I love that. That's great.
Accurate comparison.
Struck at home.
And the Maples getting ready to run the 2nd and 5 play here. Ball on the Indians 41. It's fumbled again and quickly brought down.
It was a high snap. That was a beautiful thing to watch.
As a Tecumseh student, you're saying?
As a mutual fan, I just enjoy the game either way.
So it'll be 3rd and 12 now after the muff snap by the Adrian Maples. 3rd and 12 on the Indians 48. What a 3rd and 12 on the 48. Less than 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Adrian having a long discussion about what play they want to run. And he's getting ready to throw it. He throws it deep. Oh, he had it, but it gets popped out. So will that be an incompletion or a fumble?
I believe that was an incompletion, and you got to think Anthony Polly is nervous to probably throw the ball after throwing those 2 interceptions.
It will be an incompletion, so it'll be 4th down now for the Maples. And it looks like they're bringing out the punter for this one.
I'd like to keep my eye on this kid. Watch it. It might be a fake. They've done it 2 times before.
You can hear the crowd getting excited even as their team gets ready to kick the ball away. And the kick is up, but it doesn't travel very far before going straight out of bounds.
Maybe a little bit of revenge for Tecumseh after the poor punt by them as well.
So it'll be 1st down for the Tecumseh Indians on their own 40. On their own 37, my bad, with 4:26 left in the 3rd quarter.
Logan, let me ask you this. Is this your first ever Tecumseh Adrian game?
Mind ye, in terms of football, yes. I commentated a Tecumseh Adrian basketball game last year.
Okay.
But it's probably not the same atmosphere.
I'd agree. This is my first time too, and man, this feels amazing. I don't want to be anywhere else besides right here next to you.
I can say the same to you.
Yeah.
And here we go. Tecumseh hands it off quickly to number 2. Oh, but that was an aggressive hit by the Adrian Maple. Really wanted to bring down Mason Malinchak. Really wanted to bring down the Indian, Mason Malinchak. How do you feel about those sorts of rough hits there?
You know, as a fan, I love to see those types of hit plays. I like seeing defense over offense, if I'm being honest. But as a Tecumseh fan, can't be happy to see a loss, but I love defense.
All right, so it's 2nd and 15 for the Indians now. 3:43 left in the third quarter. They're currently ahead by 4 points over the Adrian Maples. .330 left in the third quarter. And they hand it off. But he gets quickly brought down. That's a very small gain for the Indians there.
Run by number 24, John Wilson. Brought down by Adrian Devon Carpenter.
It was brought,
Third and 12 for Tecumseh.
brought down by Devon Carpenter. At least so far this game for the Indians, Mason Malinchak has had quite a game. He was the one who caught one of the 2 touchdowns for the Indians in the first half.
I feel like his first half catch really started something for the Indians, and they just need to find another thing to capitalize on, whether it be on the offense or defensive side of the ball.
Up. And there he goes. That's the number 6, Jacob Paros, who trips over himself and gets brought down. It will be a 4th down now for the Indians. 4th and 7. With 2:20 left in the third quarter. And it looks like the Indians will punt it away. Smart decision, do you think?
You know, you got the lead. You got to play smart, because if you don't, you could blow your lead real quick.
I'll refer you to Lions Week 1 against the Cardinals.
That stung just a little bit. Just a little bit.
And the kick. And they're going to let it bounce. And it lands directly on the 30-yard line, it looks like. That was a pretty well-placed punt there. That was a 40-yard punt by the Tecumseh kicker.
Yeah, pretty impressive considering the fact that his last punt,
yeah,
ended short.
Yeah, to put it mildly.
You can definitely tell that's where he wanted to place the ball the first time around.
And while we're waiting for the teams to line up, lastly, we would like to thank the Janelle Corporation, owners of the 2 McDonald's locations in Adrian and the one in Hudson, for their donation to our crew. A special thank you to the owners, Mike and Rusty Bodman, and regional manager Sue Bailey for helping keep our students fed. How often would you say you eat at either the McDonald's in Adrian or the one in Hudson? Adrian hands it off to start. And he's quickly brought down, makes little progress there on the first down.
with the carry for the Maples. Tackle made by number 77 on the 32-yard line.
So, Aiden, you got a chance to talk to Coach Dolson before the game. Tell me a little something about it. Like, what did he tell you, and did he sound like his team was ready for this?
Yeah, he definitely sounded very ready for the game. According to him, it wasn't hard to keep his players motivated, considering who they're playing this week. And the number he gave me for who he's worried about was number 10, Jaquan Para, who has definitely been having an impressive game, including the long run that ended in a touchdown for the Maples. And it'll be 3rd and 5 now for the Maples. 35 seconds left on the third quarter clock. 8-12, Tecumseh Indians with a 4-point lead. The clock is ticking away. And they will be getting one more play ready, it looks like, before the end of the quarter with 16 seconds ticking away now.
You have to think they're just trying to get a first down here. Nothing more.
Up. And no, it doesn't look like he will get the first down. And the quarter will end there. It is currently 12-8 Tecumseh Indians. And when we come back, we will have the start of the fourth quarter. You are watching Adrian Maples versus Tecumseh Indians here on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
And we'll be throwing down to Ethan on the sidelines. What do you have for us, Ethan?
We're here at the Maple football field against Tecumseh versus Adrian. As you can see, we got the class of Adrian right here. The game is 11 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock, 12-8. And Tecumseh is now cheering on its team to go to the next game.
Thank you very much, Ethan. So after that play, it was a fumble that ended up being recovered by Tecumseh, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians on the Maples 38-yard line.
If that fumble doesn't give the Indians energy, I don't know what will.
I bet they'd feel a lot more comfortable if they could at least get a field goal here. Oh, and he breaks it. That was number 11. He's still fighting for yards. That was number 11, Jack Burnett with the run. And there will be a first down after the 12-yard run by Jack Burnett. 1st and 10 for the Indians on the Maples 25-yard line. All right. And the Indians getting ready to start their next play. First and 10 for the Indians on the Maples 25-yard line. They're within striking distance of scoring, and I bet they would love to get in there in that end zone.
They need this to really knock out the Maples.
And after the quick pass, the whistle, and before the quick pass, my bad, the whistle was blown. We'll see for a false start against the Tecumseh Indians. 1st and 15 now for the Indians on the Maples 30-yard line. And that was a really poorly timed false start. That pass probably would have resulted in a touchdown.
You know, this game's full of penalties, and sometimes you just wish you didn't jump or hold your wide receiver when they're running on the defensive side. You just wish you could get that one play back.
And they hand it off to number 27. Andy's down the sidelines. He is going. He is in. It is now 18-8 after the touchdown. No, there will be a flag on the play.
You know, I got a feeling it might be unnecessary roughness again. Don't think the Adrian Maples are too happy about that.
Yeah, I definitely don't think the Maples are happy about that play. This would be a terrible time for a Tecumseh flag, needless to say.
It would be. This would be an awful time.
But we'll see what the flag is for and whether or not the touchdown stands. The refs having a conversation amongst themselves. And it looks like the Tecumseh coach is talking to the refs there, so it might be a flag on them.
He doesn't look too happy.
Yeah, definitely not.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, penalty reinforced on the try, touchdown's good.
So the touchdown will stand, and they will have half the distance to cover after the unnecessary roughness on Adrian. There's that rivalry getting heated up a bit.
You know, in the first half, you really didn't see many flags being thrown. Do you think after halftime, coaches talking to their players really did motivate them to maybe play just a little bit more physical than they were in the first?
And it looks like the Indians will go for 2 here. This is going to be their third 2-point attempt conversion of the game. This time with half the distance to cover. And number 6, we have a flag on the conversion.
Extra point run by Jacob Haros is no good.
And it will be a penalty on the Indians, but it will be a penalty on the Indians, but it will be declined, so the score will stay 18-8. Indians with a 10-point lead now after the touchdown.
And you got to think, if they scored that 2, then this game might have already been out of reach for the Maples. With them not converting there, that's big. That's huge.
And with that, we will be going to break. You're watching the Adrian Maples versus the Tecumseh Indians here on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
This new mom is struggling to get the skates just right. And now she's holding on for dear life. Her kids can see she may have broke her knees. They still love her though she looks like she's attacked by killer bees. I'm allergic. Proof you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
And we're back. It's currently 18-8. Indians with a 10-point lead over the Adrian Maples with 10:44 left in the fourth quarter.
It's loud in here. I'm amazed. I've never gone to a high school game and it be this loud before.
And the kickoff will go. We have a penalty on the kickoff.
Tecumseh kickoff by Casey Wild goes out of bounds. There'll be a flag on the play.
We have a flag on the kickoff. We'll see what it's. The ref having issues getting the ball there. We'll see what it's for. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Maples on their own 35. So it was a penalty on the Maples. So they will start at their own 35 now. 1st and 10 with 10:43 left in the fourth quarter. Adrian only down by 10 points. They have plenty of time to make it up. And the immediate handoff. He breaks 1, he breaks 2. He's on the sideline and he's going. The 40. He gets pushed out of bounds. That was a huge run for the Maples there to start the drive.
I'll say it once again, momentum. That is big. That is a big play. You have to think that gives the Adrian Maples some sort of momentum.
The momentum that they really need, considering they're down big in the fourth quarter.
For sure.
So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line, on the Indians' 36-yard line. Maples really need a touchdown here to get something going, especially after the Indians just scored a touchdown on them. And the Maples are ready. My bad. And he will throw, but it will just drop through his hands. It will just drop through his hands. That was an incompletion.
Oh, I like that. That was some sportsmanship over there by one of the Tecumseh Indians. I believe it's number 4 on the field, showing some respect, helping him up. The former Maple Leaf.
The number 4 would be Devin for the Indians would be Devin Macomer. And Adrian getting ready to go for it again. 2nd and 10 now. Getting ready to throw again. This time, it'll just drop through his hands again. You can hear the coordinator next door not very happy.
Not at all. Not at all.
2 perfectly placed passes just dropped by the receivers.
I believe number 32, I think it is, was actually open. Maybe that's 32.
That would be Gage Bush Johnson.
He looked like he got open, and I think that might be why the coaches are kind of upset right now.
And now 3rd and 10 for the Maples. And they're going to try throwing again, and this time it's caught by number 8, Gerald Mathis, but he gets brought down quickly, so I don't think it'll be enough for the first.
Gerald Mathis, brought down by number 36, Keaton Rydell. There's a flag on the play.
Oh, but there's a flag on the play. So we'll see who it's on and what it's for.
It's on the Indians.
So it'll be Adrian with the ball deep in Tecumseh territory. 1st and 10 on the 14-yard line. They're in the Tecumseh red zone now. The Adrian Maples crowd getting very excited about the possibility of scoring. They hand it off to Jaquan Para, but he will be brought down before he can really make any sort of gain, any sort of major gain. 2nd and 6 now on the 10.
Brought down by number 28, Rolando Robinson. It'll be 2nd and 6 for Adrian.
You know what? We're going to do this. Pick it up when I need to. So it'll be 2nd and 6 now for the Adrian Maples on the Tecumseh Indians 10-yard line. Speaking of the number 10, that's how many points they are away from tying this game. Nice connection there. And, oh, the snap was almost muffed, but he picks it up and he's going, but he will be brought down. I don't think it'll be, no, it'll be a 3rd down. 3rd and 7 now for the Maples. 3rd and 7 for the Maples on the 7. So, if the Maples get stopped here on 3rd down, do you go for the touchdown or do you just accept the field goal?
You know, at this point, you're down by 10, so I think they should just take the field goal if needed. If they don't score, if they don't convert, then they definitely should kick the field goal.
3rd and 3, my bad, on the Indian 7-yard line. And they will start the play, but there will be the whistle blown before they can really start the play. And a flag was thrown. We'll see what it's on. Did you see the penalty?
I did not, actually.
And they will give the Maples the 1st down. So it'll be 1st and 3 on the 3. It was a penalty on the Indians. And it's 2nd and goal for the Maples. They're 3 yards away from scoring, and will they get it? It doesn't look like they will. No, it'll be third down for the Maples. Uh-oh. So it'll be 3rd and 2 for the Maples after they recovered their own fumble. Despite being so close, they really cannot get into that Tecumseh end zone.
It's 3rd and 2nd.
3rd and 2.
Thank you. But it looked like number 7 was limping towards the sidelines, and I believe that is their quarterback, correct?
For Adrian, yes, that is Anthony Pauly, the quarterback for the Maples. Less than clock ticking away, and the whistle will be blown. They will call, and it will be Tecumseh calling a timeout here.
And we will be heading to break. This is LSN TV, your home for Lenawee County sports.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
And here we go. 3rd and 2 for the Maples. They're on their Tecumseh 2-yard line. 6:58 left in the game here in the 4th quarter. And they will try to run it in. He breaks a tackle. But he will be forced out of bounds, and it will be 4th down now for the Maples. You're so close to the goal line. It'll be a fumble, and it will be Tecumseh ball. I'll be in absolutely horrible field position on their own 2-yard line.
You know, you got to think about it like this. The Indians are probably thinking, thank God we stopped them. When push came to shove, we pushed back.
That's a good way to think about it.
Tecumseh will take over 1st and 10 on the 3-yard line.
My bad. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians on their own 3-yard line. 6:47 left in the game. I think Tecumseh is going to try and eat up as much of this clock as they possibly can. Reaching the point where reaching that point of the game. Indians ready. They will hand it off.
He lost the ball.
Loose. And Adrian will gain possession again. 2 fumbles, both within 2 plays of each other. How do you feel?
You know, like I said earlier, I love defense, so, you know, I'm not too upset about that.
You know, it has to hurt the offense, though, to not be able to make anything of it on either side.
You know, it's probably, like I said, with momentum, it's probably a big momentum killer.
So Maples will have 1st and goal here with very close to Tecumseh's end zone. You know Adrian's just dying to get in there.
You know, if they get in, I think this crowd is going to explode and erupt.
It's probably a fair assessment. They're ready. It'll be 1st and goal on them on the 5-yard line. And a flag is thrown in the end zone before the play can even start. You gotta know, Tecumseh's really hope it's not an offsides penalty.
For sure.
But we'll see what the flag is for.
They picked up the flag. It looks like there's no penalty on the play.
Right, so it'll be 1st and goal, and he will go. And will he make it? It doesn't look like he will make it in. No, he will not. So it'll be 2nd and goal now. 1 yard short. I think at this point it might be a good idea to try and fake him out with a pass.
Looks like the defense is coming at them with a blitz.
And it looks like, yes, Adrian will get in for the touchdown. So it's now 18-14. Maples now only down by 4. We'll see if they go for the 1-pointer or the 2-pointer. 18-14. Maples only down by 4 now with 6:02 left in the in the 4th quarter. This is definitely. This is definitely much closer than last year's game was.
Last year the score was 47-14. And you have to believe that Tecumseh was coming in here with the same expectations as last year, maybe.
But at least so far, it doesn't look like they've been able to reach them. Maybe they can have a huge 4th quarter stampede. So Adrian will be going for 2, it looks like. Do you think this is the smart decision?
You know, no, I don't actually.
But will he get it? He will get in, so never mind.
I shall eat my words.
Short a break. And with that, we will be going to break. You're watching Adrian Maples versus Tecumseh Indians here on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
It's another fall Friday night, and your kids should be
playing high school football. It's a fun game, and it's safer than ever.
It's safe because the rules, the coaching, and the equipment are better than ever before.
As a result, serious injuries are at an all-time low. Seriously.
And builds
strong schools, lifetime memories, and tomorrow's community leaders.
And it's mother approved.
It's a great game, and we want to teach it to your kids.
18-16. Tecumseh was only a 2-point lead over the Adrian Maples after the Maples scored a touchdown and got the 2-point conversion. The Maples will be kicking off to the Indians here now. What's your strategy if you're the Indians after the kickoff?
You know, the Indians seem to be having a hard time running the ball, but they don't seem like they have a good chance of catching it either. So really, they're in a sticky situation, but I believe that the Indians will find a way to score.
But you know this home crowd is hoping they don't.
For sure. And
it's a muff kickoff. Will it be Adrian or Tecumseh ball?
Went right off of one of the Indians' face mask, I do believe.
And Adrian's saying it's their ball. No, it'll stay with Tecumseh. Lucky break there for the Indians if I've ever seen one.
I agree on that one.
Ref showing his arm. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tecumseh Indians on the 45-yard line. 5:55 left in the game. That kickoff was probably the scariest one the Indians have seen all game.
I have to agree on that one.
Indians getting ready to start their drive here. To hand off to number 27, but he will be brought down. That was Connor Steele with the run. But he will actually run for a loss of yards, so it'll be 2nd and 12 now for the Indians.
Result of the play makes it 2nd and 12 for the Indians.
Second and 12 for Tecumseh. 5:25 left in the game.
The players are really excited. I can see the Adrian players on the sideline just getting that crowd up and ready to go, getting them loud.
And the crowd definitely is up and going. So, Tecumseh trying to eat up as much clock as they can, it seems like. And yeah, they'll go to another run, but he'll be brought down for a gain. It will be 3rd and... It'll be 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 on the Indians' 45. The Maples fans here really cheering on their defense.
You got to get loud. You got to get into Tecumseh Indian heads. You can't let them get a first down.
And you know, Adrian is starving for a victory considering they haven't won since 2011, and the score of that game was 25-14. So you know these Adrian fans are starving for a victory over the Indians. He's scrambling, he throws it. It'll be picked off by the Maples.
Wow.
So it'll be Maples' ball after the interception. 4:01 left in the 4th quarter. That just gave this crowd a huge shot of adrenaline.
Most definitely. You couldn't ask for more from your defense.
To continue drawing NFL comparisons, almost reminds me of Slay's interception of Phillip Rivers last week. That sealed up the victory for the Lions. So 4:01 left in the 4th quarter. Adrian with the ball now on their own 39 after the interception. That's Adrian's first pick of the game. Remember, Tecumseh had 2 in the first half.
And it seems like the turnover bug's kind of bitten the Tecumseh Indians a bit.
With the fumble and an interception now in this quarter alone, and almost one on the kickoff. Adrian getting ready. They hand it off. Oh, but he'll be brought down after juking out one man, and it'll be 2nd down for the Maples. 2nd and 9.
If Adrian really wants to win this, they got to keep running that ball and getting that clock down to about a minute before they even think about getting into that end zone.
If you're the Maples, how bad would it have to be for you to just accept the field goal?
You know, thinking about it right now, that's probably something they don't want, but if they have to go to it, that's what they got to do. Play smart.
And it's another run, but he will not get very far. Tecumseh just absorbing him.
A little slow getting up there.
3rd and 5 now for the, 3rd and 5 now for the Adrian Maples on their own 44-yard line. Less than 3 minutes on the clock here. Number 36 and number 2 for Tecumseh. That will be Keaton Riedel and Mason Malinchak having a conversation on the defensive end. And Adrian getting ready to go for it. Oh, it's a muff snap. He'll have to pick it up and run with it, but he won't get very far. So it'll be 4th down for the Maples here.
I don't believe that the Maples are going to be sending out their kicking team. I think they're going to go for it here on 4th down. I mean, they don't really have any other choice, in my humble opinion.
If they want to win, they have to go for it here. I don't think they have enough time left to force a 3-and-out. 2 minutes left on the clock. And there will be a timeout called by Adrian. And with that, you are watching the Adrian Maples versus the Tecumseh Indians here on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
You're doing great. We're going to try this again, okay?
Okay.
Wheels, pedals, handlebar, brakes. Sit up straight, keep your weight in the center. Keep your eyes on the road, hands on the grips, button the seat. If we feel ourselves falling, what do?
Just keep
pedaling. Good girl. Now remember, it's all about balance and steering. Steer with your hands, steer with your body. Steer into the corners and you stay out of trouble. And the bell's your buddy, so go ahead and ding that. All right, you ready? Here we go. Pedal, honey, pedal. There you go, you're a bike rider.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
And keep their winning streak against the Maples alive. Up, it's almost muffed. Oh, it'll go out of bounds, so it will be Tecumseh ball. Turnover on downs after the incomplete pass. You can see both the snap was almost muffed, and the wide receiver himself wasn't even ready for the catch.
I don't think it was, but I don't think it was the receiver's fault, though. I think the quarterback just threw it just a little too high for him.
Too high and arguably too soon.
But you got to think, the quarterback for Tecumseh is shaken up just a little bit maybe after throwing that interception on third down last time they had the ball.
But I don't imagine that they'll be going with very many passing plays here. You
Nope.
can imagine that they're going to try and take up as much time as they can and go the ground and pound route. If not just kneeling the ball. Tecumseh trying to get their side of the field hyped up as they come out here with less than 2 minutes on the clock and a 2-point lead over the Adrian Maples.
Again, at the request of the officials and the athletic director, all fans and students are asked to please stay off the field at the conclusion of tonight's game.
Stay off the field.
Cooperation.
The rest standing in the middle of the line, the rest having a conversation amongst themselves. What do you think it's about?
You know, at this point, it could be anything. I don't see a flag down, so it can't be that.
Whatever it is, you can see that both players are getting kind of impatient waiting for them. Both teams.
For sure, if I was the Indians, I'd say just let me snap that ball and take that knee. I want to win this. I want to win this. And if I'm Adrian, I'm saying let them snap that ball and let me get that fumble or that interception.
Right, and as of right now, it looks like the star player will be number 11. Would you agree with that?
I would.
And, yep. I don't know if I missed it, but it looked like they were just going to kneel at the clock to me. Is that what they did? I may have missed it. Talking to you.
You didn't miss anything, Logan. You're fine.
All right. And both teams getting ready to go for on second down with the clock ticking away here in the Indians' favor. And it will be another kneel down. So they're just going to try and drain out the clock here. Normally a very boring way to end the game, but probably a satisfying way to end the game for the Indians.
For sure, Logan, for sure. I agree on that one. And that Tecumseh crowd is just a roaring because they know what's right around the corner.
And I'll let you roam free. You're at Tecumseh soon. How's this victory feel to you?
You know, I can't say much about it, but I can say it's really, really nice to finally get a win under our belt and maybe spark a chance for us to maybe start winning some more games.
And just throwing this out there, the next game we're recording is on September 27th, Ypsilanti versus at Tecumseh. Do you plan on making a return?
I do.
Good to hear. Yep, and they'll send both teams, and that will be the end of the game. Tecumseh Indians beating the Adrian Maples with a score of 18-16. When we come back, we will have interviews with both the Tecumseh head coach and the star player of the game. So how did that feel?
Hey, this job looks perfect. It says you need people skills?
Check.
Driver's license?
Check.
And a high school diploma. You've got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that. You are good to go.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Jack, our star player, after an impressive win. How do you feel right now?
It feels outstanding to take a win against your rivals. It feels amazing to have your talent behind your back for the good and bad, and just excited to win.
Do you think this win will give you momentum in going into your next game?
Oh, for sure. Just to win this game, great feeling. I just think we're just going to keep have this feeling throughout practice this week, and I think we're going to go into next Friday feeling good.
So let me ask you this. After that first interception you threw during the game, what was going through your mind?
Stay calm. Just play through the good and bad, play with your heart, come out with victory.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, Coach, how does this win feel?
It's more than can't even really describe it. Where we've been in the program the last 3 weeks, what's been going on in our community, everything, you tie all that in, and then you come down here and you go to war with a tough group of kids. And I'm going to say this, Adrian's on its way back. They have a tough group of kids. Their coaches have got them going in the right direction. They played hard to the end, and they're a young group of kids. So I have a lot of respect for what they did tonight. I have a lot of respect for their coaching staff, and I'm just proud of and grateful to be in this type of game. But it's the win to us is it's hard to describe. It's very emotional, and we're just very grateful that we pulled it out.
What were you thinking when your quarterback threw that interception near the end of the game?
Not happy. Not happy with what we're doing on offense as far as turning the ball over and trying to protect the defense. But I told our defense at the end of the game, we're just going to have to win this game on our own, and that's what they did. They stepped up. They made a couple good plays, a couple good stops. They tackled better tonight. So I'm just really happy for our program and for our team, and especially for our town. Because we needed this right now, and so I hope that everybody gets to enjoy this for a little bit. We have homecoming coming up, so I hope we can keep the ball rolling just so our community has something to rally around.
All right, that's all I have. Thank you, Coach Dolson. Good game. For the entire Lenawee Sports crew, I'm Logan Jenke saying thank you for watching this evening. The Tecumseh Indians are victorious tonight, beating the Adrian Maples by a final score of 18-16.
Want to see if we're coming to your town? Get connected with LISD TV on Facebook and Twitter for LSN's broadcast schedule. Also, check us out on YouTube and subscribe to the LISD TV's channel to watch our other full game broadcasts. This has been a presentation of LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Wildcats are district champions. All or nothing right here. All or nothing right here. Throws it, and Morency pulls off the upset in overtime.